the people from across the land. People across the land. You see the greatest right down the middle of Main Street, USA. For our honoree, Kim Irvine.
This morning at Disneyland Resort in Anaheim, California, former Walt Disney Imagineer Kim Irvine and her mother Leota Toombs, another famous Imagineer from Disney history, were honored with a new window on Main Street, USA in Walt Disney's original Magic Kingdom. Let's talk about what that means in this week's episode of Laughing Place Pulse. Walt Disney himself began the tradition of honoring notable contributors to Disneyland with windows all the way back when the park opened in 1955. To date, the tribute windows number around 100, and they serve as a sort of credits that guests can see after they enter the park and look upwards as they make their way down Main Street, USA. Today's honorees are Leota Toombs and Kim Irvine, the former of which moved from her career at Walt Disney Animation Studios Ink and Paint Department to Walt Disney Imagineering, then known as WED Enterprises, in 1962, becoming one of the first female Imagineers. During her tenure there, she helped craft such attractions as It's a Small World, Great Moments with Mr. Lincoln, Pirates of the Caribbean, Walt Disney's Enchanted Tiki Room, and the Country Bear Jamboree. Most famously, however, Toombs is known by Disney fans as the inspiration and face model for Madame Leota in the Haunted Mansion attraction within Disneyland's New Orleans Square, also lending her voice and likeness to the character of Little Leota, who tells guests to hurry back at the ride's exit.
Make final arrangements now.
Leota's daughter, Kim Irvine, began her own career as an Imagineer in 1970 as a model builder and painter. She helped with the upkeep of It's a Small World and the Enchanted Tiki Room, while also building scale models for the then soon-to-open Walt Disney World Resort. At the end of the 70s, Irvine worked under Disney legends John Hench and Marty Sklar to open Anaheim's first dedicated office for Imagineering, and after that, she led the design teams for Disneyland's Rancho del Zocalo restaurant, the Disneyland Dream Suite, now home to the 21 Royal Dining Experience, the Disney character dolls in It's a Small World, the expansion of Club 33, the Jolly Holiday Bakery Cafe, and recent refurbishments of Sleeping Beauty Castle. When the Haunted Mansion holiday overlay was created for the Haunted Mansion in 2001, Kim was asked to recreate her mother's role as Madame Leota. She retired last year after a very appropriate 55 total years at the company. Leota Toombs was posthumously honored as a Disney legend at the very first D23 Expo in 2009. And at this year's D23, the Ultimate Disney Fan event, Kim Irvine will receive the same honor. But today, in a ceremony featuring appearances by fellow Imagineer Tom Fitzgerald, Mickey Mouse, the Dapper Dans, Disneyland Resort President Jill Estorino, and even an incarnation of the mysterious Madame Leota, both of these women's names became permanent installations above the Crystal Arts Glass Shop on Disneyland's Main Street, USA.
I see you gathered here for the purposes of celebrating someone near and dear to me. Very well, I shall summon the spirits of creativity and seek their hand in creating a marvelous memento for our legendary guest of honor. Fearless mortals, heed this well. Listen as I cast this spell. A window high upon the wall. On thee we script a curtain call. A living legend stands with us. For her we wish to make a fuss. So as you hear this ghostly chime. Immortalize her for all time.
When you wish upon a star, your dreams come true.
With the window reading, summoning the spirits of creativity on windows, doors, and regions beyond. They'll go down in history as key contributors to the beloved design of the happiest place on earth.
These streets hold so many memories for me from, walks with John Hinch, where he would share with me all the wonderful, insightful philosophies that went into creating this park. And he'd always say, this wasn't a lucky accident, And Bill Evans, who would greet every tree with a hug or a tip of his hat and an appraisal of its health. I remember his thing he loved to say was, there's nothing more depressing than a bad topiary. And of course, Marty Spillara, who was always there with a helpful piece of advice when I needed encouragement, or a smart-ass advice if I needed a laugh. But, and last but not least, the team at Disneyland, my team, who is 65 strong now and counting, which does such incredible work here at the park, but also the entire Disneyland team. I just marvel at your love for this park and the way you all take care of it. So I thank you so much. Thank you.